Sit back with psychic medium Chris and Gillian as they discuss about major topics and also interview a lot of people. Join us on Ace here at Divine Oracle Podcast. We're reaching you through Podbean. And good day, everybody. It is yours truly, Brother Chris, and today's episode, just to let you know, will be with Gillian, and it's going to be talking about what women want for relationships.
Welcome to Spiritual Guidance and Readings with your host, Trevor from Haunting Live Podcast and Psychic Medium Chris. Get your questions in, and don't forget, any Podbean, you can call in absolutely free. We encourage you to take part and let your friends know.
And I'll throw it over to Jill.
Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a good day. So today we're going to be talking about what women want or secretly hope for in a relationship, because we know it's just not romance. So let's get into that one. It's going to be interesting, I hope, and if any of the listeners out there have any comments, want to know more, want to give us an idea as to, topics to talk about, then we're willing to listen. So listen, like, subscribe, share, all of the good stuff. So here we go. So what women really want in a relationship, because women are confusing half the time anyway. So when people talk about what women want in a relationship, the conversation often gets simplified to flowers, candlelight, and surprise trips. But the truth, most women aren't looking for a never-ending rom-com. They're looking for something much deeper, more consistent, and far more human. Because our lives are not like movies, not like books. So, why would we look at that? However, as an avid book reader, sometimes, that plot line in that romance book kind of goes, hey, I would like to see that more in my relationship. But that's not reality, that's fantasy. But hey. So it's not about perfection or always knowing the right thing to say. It's about showing up daily in ways that make her feel safe, seen, and valued. A strong relationship is built on the little things that often go unnoticed by the outside world. It's the way you check in after a hard day, the quiet hand squeeze that says, I've got you, the space to be yourself without love, the space to be herself without fear of judgment, right? Because that's a big thing for women. There's always that judgment going on. And then there are things that turn love into a partnership that lasts. And while every woman is unique, there are patterns, certain needs that tend to show up again and again. Keep in mind, again, I repeat, women are complicated. Me being myself a woman, I know I can be complicated, and my spouse absolutely has sometimes not fully understanding me, but he does the little things for me that I absolutely love. Sometimes he'll show up, bring me some chocolates because he knows I'm having a rough day. Sometimes he'll come home, ask me how my day was, go in the kitchen and just start cooking dinner. Even though he's worked a full day, he's just like, I got you. So, this is kind of what I like. I enjoy. I don't know other women out there, if they like their man coming home, making them dinner. But hey, that's you. So here we go. We're going to continue this. This isn't about guessing games or mind reading. It's about connection and the everyday's way to build it. Not every woman will value these things in the exact same way. Personality, life stage, culture, and past experiences will shape what someone wants from love. What matters most is curiosity. Instead of assuming, ask. Instead of guessing, listen. Think of this as a guide, not a checklist. If you try to tick off the boxes without genuine intention, the connection won't feel real. And it's going to make it harder with your relationship, especially if the woman figures out that you're just ticking off boxes and it doesn't get there. A really great relationship isn't about performing what you think she wants. It's about building a life together where both people feel equally valued and understood. So take these ideas and shape them to fit your unique connection. That's where the magic happens. So we're going into number 1, and this is, she wants to feel truly seen. It's one thing to be looked at, it's another to be seen. Being seen means she feels you notice her beyond the surface, her moods, her quirks, the way her eyes light up when she talks about something she loves. It's listening without rushing to give advice. It's remembering the little details she mentioned weeks ago and bringing them up later. When a woman feels seen, she doesn't have to perform or prove herself. She knows you're noticing her efforts, her growth, and her presence. And that feeling of being known and accepted is one of the deepest forms of intimacy. Yeah, I can agree with that one. We all kind of want that acceptance and to be seen and to be understood. I could go on, and I will, with number 2. She wants emotional safety. Love can't grow without safety, and for many women, emotional safety means knowing she can bring her full self to the relationship. Fears, flaws, messy days, everything. She doesn't have to keep anything back because her partner, she's going to trust. So as long as she's got that, she's all happy. Because it's not about having conflict, it's about how you handle it. Does she feel heard or dismissed, supported or criticized? When she trusts you to be steady, even when things aren't perfect, she can open up more. Emotional safety also comes from consistency, keeping your word, being dependable, and showing up when it matters most. Without that, even the most romantic gestures can feel empty. So, definitely support that emotional safety. It goes both ways, because I know some men, they need to know that their woman is behind them, their partner is there. So, think about that. She wants respect in every layer. Respect isn't just about avoiding insults. It's woven into how you talk to her, how you talk about her, and how you include her in decisions. It means valuing her time, her boundaries, and her goals, even when they're different from yours. It's listening without interrupting. It's not dismissing her feelings because you see things differently. True respect shows in every day, in the tone you use, the way you can promise, and the way you stand up for her when she's not around. It's not dramatic, but it's powerful, and it's non-negotiable. Yeah, the respect part, there are some people out there that struggle with respect, with their partner. And that's hard, because if you can't trust someone, how can you respect them? Because remember, respect is earned, it's not given. So it takes a bit to get there for both sides. Number 4, she wants consistent affection. Affection doesn't have to be grand. In fact, the most meaningful moments are often small. A hand on her back while walking, an unexpected kiss before coffee, a warm hug when she's stressed. I love my hugs at the end of the day when hubby gets home. He comes in, he says, "Hi, how was my day?" And I go in for a hug. Those are like the best ever. Women often want love that's steady, not occasional bursts of passion. Yeah, no, we like steady. In your honeymoon phase, in your relationship, bursts of passions are great. And then you start getting to know the person and you start getting better at relaxing and taking time. So I simply just say, hey, let's keep it regular. Simple touches that say you matter to me. Affection without expectation. Affection without expectation is key. Not giving love only to get something back, but because you genuinely want to feel cared for, right? So affection is part of the daily rhythm. It becomes a quiet but powerful glue. That simple touch, the hugging, when you're sleeping, keeping, like a toe on the person, a hand, something. Because that makes you feel like you're connected. Moving on to number 5. She wants partnership, not parenthood. Because, who wants to be a parent to their spouse or their partner? Not me. But remember, you can have fun. You don't have to grow up when you're in a relationship. Just, keep it real. But no one wants to feel like they're carrying the entire weight of the relationship or like they have to take care of their partner in ways that feel one-sided. A healthy partnership means both people share emotions, mental and practical responsibilities. It's stepping in when she's overwhelmed without needing to be asked. It's working together on plans, finances, and problem solving. When a woman feels you're truly in this together, she can relax more into the relationship. Partnership makes love sustainable even when life gets messy. It also shows that you're willing to help out when she's needing it and vice versa. When you're both needing help, you both recognize it because you've been building your steps, right, into becoming a couple with a strong relationship by having a strong foundation. So she wants support for her dreams. So I think everybody wants this. So equally. Love should never shrink someone. In a healthy relationship, both people grow individually and together. Supporting her dreams doesn't mean that you have to share them, but it does mean you respect and encourage them. That could be cheering her on when she starts something new, or picking up extra chores so that she has time for her goals. It's about believing in her when she doubts herself. When she feels her ambitions are safe with you, she can aim higher without fearing judgment. How many women out there, or how many people out there have these dreams and they don't feel like they're being supported? So maybe have that conversation and see about supporting each other. Which leads us right into the next one. She wants honest communication. Guessing games wear people out. Most women value clarity over confusion. Honest communication isn't about oversharing every single thought. It's about being clear with feelings, intentions, and needs. It's telling the truth even when it's uncomfortable. It's being willing to have hard conversations without stonewalling. And it's about listening to understand, not just waiting to reply. When she knows you'll speak openly and listen fully, she can do the same. So be transparent where you can. Yes, hurt feelings will happen, especially when there's certain things that you're talking about and you might not agree. You're trying to understand what each other are saying, so give that a shot. Being open with your communication, that is really beneficial. And remember, as we go into number 8, she wants to laugh with you. Find those little moments where you guys can, sit and just giggle over something. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, because life is already serious enough. Relationships, with everything that's going on, they need lightness to survive the heavy moments. Shared laughter builds a special kind of bond, one that can't be faked. It might be silly inside jokes, playful teasing, or just finding humor in daily life. When you can laugh together, it's easy to get through the harder days. Just keep that joy alive in the way no amount of drama or passion ever could. I can honestly say that me and the hubby, we have a dark sense of humor. So for us, it's a little bit different because we can be both sarcastic at times. And we've got kids and they're kind of like, oh, really? You had to go there, Mom, Dad? Come on now. But our kids are learning that not all humor needs to be light. It can be dark. So, that's something there too. Also, number 9, she wants to feel chosen every day. In the beginning, it's easy to make each other a priority. Over time, life demands can make that much harder. But many women want to feel that they're still chosen, not out of obligation, but because you want to be with them. This can be shown in small ways, making time for date nights, checking in during a busy day, choosing to spend time together, instead of defaulting to separate screens. It's the feeling of being picked again and again, and that builds long-term trust and closeness. Yeah, again, that can be agreed upon for that one. With the technology of today, it's easy enough for everybody to look down at their device and just, I'll talk to you later, and hours go by, you blinked, you missed it, and it's bedtime, and you didn't even get a chance to sit and talk to that person. So, it's about looking at your scheduling and saying, hey, you know what? I am going to put my phone down, I'm going to put the TV away, and we're going to sit and we're going to spend time together. Even if it's just a couple minutes, because as you get further in your relationship, people kind of look at their phones and go, oh, I'm going to watch this today. I'm going to scroll through this, or I've got this I have to look at. But even a couple minutes can be good. Preferably longer, though. Number 10, she wants love that feels real, not performed. At the core, most women want the authenticity, not the kind of romance that looks good online, but the kind that feels good in quiet moments. It's okay to be imperfect together, to admit mistakes, to grow, and to try again. When love is real, it's not about impressing anyone. It's about building something that feels safe, nourishing, and true. That's the kind of relationship that lasts. And trust me, in a relationship, there's a lot of what we call roller coasters, up and down. You never know what the day is going to hold. You never know what the week's going to look like. It could be a bad day for one and a great day for another. And how do you balance that? Honestly, when you're back and forth constantly on that roller coaster ride of how, right? So don't perform your love. Don't perform. Just make it real. And at the end of it all, you just keep learning her, right? Like, you learn each other. The relationship isn't just a static list. It evolves with time, life changes, and personal growth. The best relationships are built on curiosity, the willingness to keep discovering each other, even years in. You just keep asking, keep listening, keep showing up in ways that matter to her, because love that grows is love that lasts. And that's the biggest thing. So I think the longer you've been with somebody, that love just kind of continues growing. When you have parents who've been together for like 20, 30, 40, 50, your grandparents together 75, 80 years, and you kind of go, hey, how did you do? Like, how did you keep your relationship going that long? And depending on your grandparent or great-grandparent, they'll tell you that they lived through everything. But they knew that they could keep their spouse, partner, grandparent, grandfather, grandmother, whichever side you're listening to, that they knew that they were always going to come back in the end. You've got some families that come from separation, divorce. As long as the parents keep it about the kids and not about fighting with each other and making the kids involved, then the kids can go, hey, my parents, they were friends even after they divorced. So I grew up thinking, hey, that's great. So, anyway, that's it for today. I hope everybody has a great day, and keep it real.
Thanks very much, Gillian, for taking the time today to share with us here at Divine Oracle Podcast. So since you are my wonderful co-host each and every single week, you took the time to actually let our listeners know about what women want. Most guys usually think about one thing, but you took the time actually to share with us, and we do say thank you very much. For everybody that's been listening to this podcast, 7th of March, we do actually have a wonderful guest coming to our show, and she is Vanessa, and what a great pleasure it was actually talking with her. And we do also have a lot more guests coming up here at Divine Oracle Podcast. Let your friends know about us. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe with our channel here at Divine Oracle Podcast. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.